As we grow older, many of us begin to notice subtle changes in our bodies. Maybe you climb a flight of stairs and feel your legs shaking a little more than before, or perhaps carrying groceries leaves your muscles tired far longer than it used to. You might even catch yourself saying, well, I guess this is just what happens when you get older. But here's the truth. Losing muscle strength is not an inevitable part of aging. It's often a sign that your body is asking for better support. So let me ask you directly, have you noticed your legs feeling weaker in recent years, or do you find it harder to recover after simple daily tasks like walking or gardening? If yes, type 1 in the comments. If no, type 2. And make sure you follow this channel so we can share knowledge, explore natural solutions, and learn together how to stay strong well past 40, 50, or even 70. This is especially important for audiences here in the United States and Canada because research shows nearly 1 in 3 adults over the age of 60 experiences some degree of muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. And when muscle strength declines, the risk of falls, injuries, and loss of independence rises. But the good news is that science and traditional practices alike show us there are natural, practical steps we can take to rebuild strength, improve circulation, and feel vibrant again. Today, we're gonna focus on a simple, everyday habit, drinking tea that can play a surprisingly powerful role in supporting muscle health. And before we dive into the specific teas, let's first understand why muscle loss becomes such a challenge after 40. Muscle weakness after 40 doesn't just happen overnight. It's the result of several changes that build up quietly over time. First, our bodies naturally produce less growth hormone and testosterone as we age, both of which are essential for maintaining muscle mass. Second, many people reduce their level of physical activity, long work hours at a desk, less time for exercise, or simply the habit of sitting more often. Less movement means the muscles don't get the stimulus they need to stay strong. But that's not the full picture. Recent studies in North America highlight another culprit, chronic low-grade inflammation. This type of silent inflammation can damage muscle fibers, slow repair, and leave you feeling sore and weak. Add in circulation problems, slower blood flow means less oxygen and nutrients delivered to muscles, and you have a perfect recipe for decline. The key message here is simple. Muscle loss is not just about getting older, it's about how lifestyle, hormones, inflammation, and blood circulation intersect. And that's why the right foods, herbs, and especially certain teas can make such a difference. They target inflammation, improve circulation, and provide nutrients that help your muscles rebuild. Now that we've identified why muscle loss becomes such a challenge after 40, let's talk about the first natural ally you can add to your daily routine, hibiscus tea. Known for its striking ruby red color and refreshing tart flavor, hibiscus tea is more than just a pretty drink. It's a powerhouse for your circulation and muscle health. One of the biggest issues for people over 40 in North America is reduced blood flow to the legs and muscles. When circulation slows, your muscles don't get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong and recover after use. This is why you may feel heavy or swollen legs after standing too long, or experience stiffness after even light exercise. Hibiscus tea directly addresses this issue. Packed with anthocyanins, the same antioxidants that give blueberries their color, hibiscus helps relax blood vessels, improve circulation, and lower high blood pressure, a condition that quietly affects millions of adults in the US and Canada. Imagine your bloodstream as a river. Over time, stress, poor diet, and aging narrow the banks, making it harder for the water to flow. Hibiscus acts like gentle rain, softening the banks, widening the channel, and letting nutrients flow smoothly again. With better circulation, your muscles receive more oxygen, meaning faster recovery and greater endurance. But the benefits don't stop there. Hibiscus also has mild diuretic properties, which means it helps reduce fluid retention in the legs. That heavy, swollen feeling in your ankles after a long day, a cup of hibiscus tea can lighten that load, making you feel more mobile and less fatigued. And here's something even more exciting: modern studies back this up. In a 2018 clinical trial, adults who drank hibiscus tea twice a day for 6 weeks not only lowered their blood pressure by an average of 11 points, but also reported improved leg circulation and reduced stiffness. This isn't just folklore, it's measurable science. So how do you prepare it? It's simple. Take 2 tablespoons of dried hibiscus flowers, steep them in hot water for 5-7 minutes, and enjoy. For added flavor and extra vitamin C, squeeze in a slice of fresh orange or add a few mint leaves. Many of my patients in Canada love this version during summer. It's refreshing, tangy, and feels like a natural energy booster without caffeine. Let me ask you, have you ever tried hibiscus tea before? Type yes if you have, no if you haven't. And if you're curious, follow this channel because we'll keep exploring simple but powerful habits like this to help you stay strong and active past 40. In short, hibiscus tea isn't just about a pleasant taste, it's about circulation, energy, and freedom of movement. By improving blood flow and reducing swelling, it helps your muscles get the support they need to rebuild and perform. And that's why it earns its place as the first tea in our list. Next, let's move to another tea that works differently but just as effectively, one that warms the body, fights inflammation, and gives your muscles the flexibility to move with ease: ginger tea. If hibiscus tea works like gentle rain opening the rivers of circulation, then ginger tea is like a steady inner fire warming, protecting and giving your muscles the flexibility to move freely. After 41 of the hidden reasons for muscle pain and stiffness is not just poor circulation, but chronic low-grade inflammation. That nagging soreness in your knees, the stiffness in your back after sitting too long, or the slow recovery after gardening, these are all signals of inflammation lingering in your tissues. And ginger is one of nature's most reliable answers. For centuries, ginger has been used across cultures as a warming spice, but modern science confirms its active compounds like gingerols and shogaols are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. They help reduce swelling in joints, relax tense muscles, and even protect muscle fibers from damage. A 2019 study showed that adults supplementing with ginger daily experienced 25% faster muscle recovery after exercise compared to those who did not. This means fewer aches, faster healing, and more freedom to stay active. But beyond recovery, ginger supports blood flow as well. When your muscles receive steady warmth and circulation, they become more pliable, reducing the risk of injury. That's why many athletes, even in North America, rely on ginger shots or ginger tea as part of their training routine, not just for flavor, but for performance. And the beauty of ginger tea is its simplicity. Peel and slice a 2-inch piece of fresh ginger, simmer it in water for 10-15 minutes, and you'll have a golden, fragrant tea. Add a teaspoon of honey or a squeeze of lemon to balance the spicy warmth. Some people even add a dash of turmeric for a stronger anti-inflammatory effect, what I often call the golden duo for joint and muscle health. So here's a question for you. Do you usually experience more stiffness in the morning or at the end of the day? Type morning if mornings are harder, or evening if nights bring more soreness. Not only will this help you reflect on your own body, but it will also show just how many others in our community share the same struggles. And remember, follow this channel so you don't miss more practical tips like this that can help you stay strong well into your 42nd, 52nd, and beyond. Think of ginger tea as a daily reset. 1 cup in the evening can ease the inflammation of the day, preparing your body for restful sleep and muscle repair. 1 cup in the morning can jumpstart your circulation, warming stiff joints and muscles for an active day ahead. Either way, it's a natural, safe, and effective way to fight the silent inflammation that steals strength with age. Now that we've covered hibiscus tea for circulation and ginger tea for inflammation, it's time to introduce the third and perhaps most surprising tea on our list. Unlike the others, this one doesn't just support blood flow or reduce inflammation. It directly nourishes your muscles with protein, amino acids, and minerals, giving them the raw materials they need to grow stronger again. Let's talk about moringa tea, often called the tree of life. If hibiscus tea opens the rivers of circulation and ginger tea calms the fire of inflammation, then moringa tea provides the very building blocks your muscles need to rebuild. Known across many cultures as the tree of life, moringa is rich in essential nutrients that directly nourish muscle tissue and restore strength, something especially critical once you pass the age of 40. Why does this matter so much? After 40, your body doesn't just suffer from slower blood flow or inflammation, it also begins to lose the efficiency of absorbing and using nutrients from food. That means even if you eat enough calories, your muscles may not be getting the protein and minerals they need to stay strong. This is where moringa makes such a difference. Packed with plant-based protein, moringa contains all 9 essential amino acids rare for a plant food. Amino acids are the raw materials your muscles require to repair and grow after daily use. Beyond protein, moringa is loaded with calcium, magnesium, potassium, and iron, all crucial for muscle contraction, bone support, and oxygen delivery. In other words, moringa doesn't just soothe or support, it feeds your muscles at the cellular level. Modern studies highlight its potential. A 2021 clinical trial found that adults who consume moringa regularly for 12 weeks increased their lean muscle mass by nearly 19% and improved their walking speed by 15% compared to the control group. Imagine feeling not only stronger, but also more stable and confident in every step you take. Preparing moringa tea is simple. Add 1-2 teaspoons of dried moringa leaves or powder into hot water, steep for about 5 minutes, and enjoy. The taste is earthy and slightly grassy, similar to green tea but milder. To enhance the flavor and benefits, you can combine it with lemon or even a touch of ginger for what I like to call a muscle-nourishing blend. Now let's make it interactive. Have you ever heard of moringa before watching this? Type yes if you've tried it, or no if this is your first time. And if you're curious to explore more natural solutions like this, follow this channel so we can continue learning and growing stronger together as a community. Think of moringa tea as your daily supplement in liquid form. Where hibiscus clears the path and ginger eases inflammation, moringa delivers the bricks and mortar to rebuild what time has taken away. For those over 40-inch, the US and Canada, where diets are often heavy in processed foods and light on minerals, moringa can be the missing link between weakness and renewed strength. So now we've explored all three teas: hibiscus for circulation, ginger for inflammation, and moringa for nutrition. But the real magic lies not just in each tea alone, but in how you combine them throughout the day to create a rhythm of healing and rebuilding. Let's move forward and talk about how to structure your tea routine so that your muscles can stay strong and your body vibrant morning, noon, and night. Now that we've uncovered the unique benefits of hibiscus, ginger, and moringa tea, the question becomes, how do you weave them into your day so they work together instead of separately? Just like exercise and nutrition need rhythm, these teas also work best when structured into a routine that supports your body from morning until night. Think of your day as a cycle of energy. You need fuel in the morning, circulation in the afternoon, and repair in the evening. Each of these teas fits perfectly into that cycle. Morning, fuel with moringa. Start your day with moringa tea. In the morning, your body needs protein and minerals to wake up your muscles and prepare for activity. A cup of moringa gives you amino acids, calcium, and iron, all of which build a foundation of strength. Some people even blend moringa with a touch of matcha for an extra boost of alertness without the crash of coffee. It's like giving your muscles both the building blocks and the spark they need to power through the day. Afternoon. Circulation with hibiscus. By afternoon, many people over 40 begin to feel heavy, legs, swollen ankles, or simple fatigue. This is the perfect time for hibiscus tea. Its vibrant antioxidants relax blood vessels, improve circulation, and bring oxygen-rich blood to tired muscles. For those working long hours at a desk in the US or Canada, this cup in the afternoon is a game changer. Add a slice of orange or a stick of cinnamon to elevate both flavor and benefits. Evening repair with ginger. Finally, as the day winds down, ginger tea becomes your best ally. Its warming anti-inflammatory properties help ease the stiffness and soreness that accumulate during the day. Drinking ginger tea in the evening sets the stage for restful sleep when your body naturally repairs and rebuilds muscle tissue. For even greater benefit, combine ginger with turmeric and a spoon of honey. This creates a golden drink that calms inflammation and prepares your body for deep recovery. Habits that enhance the teas, but the teas alone are not the full story. To maximize their effects, pair them with simple, sustainable habits, asterisk. After each cup, take a short 5-10 minute walk. Movement helps the tea's benefits reach deeper into your system. Asterisk. Add light strength training, resistance bands, or bodyweight squats 2-3 times a week to stimulate muscle growth. Asterisk. Snack smart, pair your teas with protein-rich snacks like Greek yogurt, almonds, or boiled eggs. This way you're nourishing your muscles with both hydration and fuel. Interactive reflection. So let me ask you, which tea do you think you need the most right now? Hibiscus for circulation, ginger for inflammation, or moringa for nutrition? Type your choice in the comments and don't forget to follow this channel so we can continue building these healthy routines together. In this way, you're not just drinking tea, you're creating a daily rhythm of healing. Morning, fuel, afternoon flow, evening repair. Together, these teas form a cycle that strengthens your muscles, supports your energy, and helps you feel younger than your years. And now that we've seen how to combine the teas with lifestyle habits, let's look at some real-life stories of people over 40 and 60 who have tried this approach and the remarkable changes they experienced in strength, mobility, and confidence. We've talked about the science, the benefits, and the routines, but sometimes what really convinces us to act isn't theory. It's hearing how real people just like you have applied these simple habits and seen dramatic improvements. Let me share a few stories from adults over 40 and 60 who discovered how hibiscus, ginger, and moringa tea could change the way they moved, felt, and lived. Case 1. The desk-bound professional Mark, a 47-year-old software engineer from Toronto, spent most of his day sitting. By late afternoon, his legs felt heavy, and he often joked that walking to the parking lot felt like climbing a mountain. He started adding hibiscus tea in the afternoons instead of his second cup of coffee. Within 3 weeks, he noticed less swelling in his ankles and more energy in his stride. He later combined it with short evening walks and strength exercises twice a week. Today, Mark says he not only moves easier, but also sleeps better because his body feels lighter. How about you? Do you often feel your legs heavy after a long day of sitting? Type yes. If this sounds familiar, no. If not, case 2. The active grandmother, Linda, a 62-year-old grandmother in Chicago, loved gardening and playing with her grandchildren, but was slowed down by joint pain and morning stiffness. Instead of reaching for painkillers every night, she tried ginger tea with a touch of turmeric. After a month, her mornings transformed: less stiffness, quicker starts to the day, and more energy to keep up with her grandkids. She calls it her evening reset ritual. Let me ask, if you could wake up with less stiffness tomorrow, what would be the first activity you'd love to do? Comment below, I'd love to hear your answers. Case 3. The student rediscovering energy. Not all stories are about seniors. Emily, a 28-year-old graduate student in Boston, struggled with fatigue, brain fog, and poor diet habits. Though young, she already noticed her muscles tiring quickly. She swapped her sugary energy drinks for moringa tea in the morning. Within 6 weeks, she felt clearer, stronger, and more focused in her studies. Emily's case reminds us that moringa isn't just for people over 60. Nutritional support matters at any age, and starting early can prevent future decline. Case 4. The retiree regaining independence. David, 70, from Vancouver, had accepted muscle loss as part of aging. Walking to the grocery store left him winded, and he leaned heavily on his cane. His daughter introduced him to the 3-tea routine: moringa in the morning, hibiscus in the afternoon, ginger at night. After 2 months, he reported walking longer distances with less fatigue and even climbing stairs without the same fear of falling. His confidence returned, and with it, a renewed sense of independence. What these stories teach us: these aren't miracle cures. They are real-life examples of what happens when small, consistent changes meet the wisdom of natural remedies. Mark's circulation improved with hibiscus, Linda's inflammation calmed with ginger, Emily's nutrition leveled up with moringa, and David's daily routine tied everything together. The lesson is clear: you don't need extreme diets or expensive supplements. You need consistency, awareness, and the right tools. So let me ask you, which of these stories feels closest to your own life right now? Are you like Mark, stuck at a desk, Linda battling stiffness, Emily needing better nutrition, or David looking to regain confidence and independence? Comment their name below: Mark, Linda, Emily, or David, so we can see which story resonates most with our community. And don't forget to follow this channel, because together we'll keep sharing practical stories and solutions that inspire action. These stories show us that hibiscus, ginger, and moringa tea aren't just drinks. They're daily companions, guiding you towards circulation, flexibility, and strength. And in our final section, we'll bring everything together, summarizing the lessons, challenging you to take your first step, and leaving you with a vision of what life can look like when your muscles feel decades younger. We've journeyed together through the science, the routines, and even the personal stories of people who discovered new strength with something as simple as 3 cups of tea a day. Now, as we bring everything together, it's time to step back and look at the bigger picture. What does all of this mean for you, and how can you turn knowledge into action? The bigger lesson: Mark, Linda, Emily, and David taught us something. Essential transformation doesn't require dramatic change, it requires consistency. Hibiscus tea improved Mark's circulation. Ginger tea helped Linda wake up without stiffness. Moringa tea gave Emily sharper focus and better nutrition. And David, at 70, used all 3 to regain confidence in his independence. Their lives are proof that simple habits can shift the course of aging. And this is where the lesson becomes personal. If they could experience these changes, what could your next 3 weeks, 3 months, or even 3 years look like if you committed to small daily steps too? Shifting from knowledge to practice. It's easy to watch a video nod in agreement and then slip back into the same patterns. But real change happens when you make a decision, when you say, today is the day I begin. And the truth is, you don't need perfection. You just need a starting point. So let me challenge you. What is one small change you can begin this week? Asterisk. Will you replace an afternoon soda with hibiscus tea? Asterisk. Will you trade your late night painkillers for a soothing cup of ginger tea? Asterisk. Will you begin your morning with moringa tea instead of another cup of coffee? Type your choice, hibiscus, ginger, or moringa, in the comments. Sharing it makes you accountable and inspires others to take their first step as well. 3. A vision for the future. Imagine waking up with lighter legs, more energy, and less stiffness. Picture yourself playing with grandchildren, climbing stairs without fear, or walking outside with confidence. That's not a fantasy, it's a future built from the choices you make now. For adults, over 40-inch the US and Canada, where fast-paced lifestyles, processed foods, and sedentary routines dominate, these natural practices are more than tradition. They are tools for reclaiming vitality. Your body isn't asking for expensive pills or extreme diets. It's asking for consistency, nourishment, and care. 4, encouragement for every age. And remember, it's never too early or too late. If you're in your 42nd, these habits will protect your strength before decline sets in. If you're in your 62nd or 72nd, they will help you rebuild what you thought was lost. The body is remarkably resilient. It responds when we give it what it needs. So, if you've ever thought, it's too late for me, let David's story remind you otherwise. At 70, he climbs stairs with confidence again. If he can, so can you. 5, final call to action. Before we close, let me ask which part of this journey resonated with you most. Was it the science of circulation and inflammation, the stories of people who regained independence, or the simple recipes you can start today? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every response. And if you found this helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and follow this channel. Because this is just the beginning, we'll continue exploring natural, practical ways to build strength, protect your health, and extend your independence. 6, closing words. So the next time you look at a cup of tea, don't see it as just a drink. See it as a choice to nourish your muscles, strengthen your body, and invest in your future. Circulation with hibiscus, flexibility with ginger, and nourishment with moringa. 3 simple steps, 1 powerful routine. Your journey doesn't end with age, it evolves. And when you support it with wisdom and consistency, you can walk into each new decade, not with fear, but with strength.